Hello, it's Monday, December 6th, 2021, and welcome to this edition of Hilarious Headlines. Today we'll be going over an article that outlines the fact that 2 out of 3 people polled in the United States say that one relative always drinks too much at a holiday party. Is that you? Stay tuned to find out. Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Hilarious Headlines. I thought this one would be a really fun one to talk about because I feel like we've all been there, and it is the season, right? For awkward parties, whether it's a family gathering or a work office event, we have to go to these holiday parties, and usually they're not fun, and someone gets too weird. So I thought this was very relatable, and we'll dive right into it. So this one is from Chicago's very own WGN9. The title of the article, Party Foul. 2 in 3 say one relative always drinks too much at holiday gatherings. The stock photo that they use, for those just listening to this show, this guy is clearly hammered, and everyone's looking at him. I don't know what situation this is, but it is a very egregious picture. But we'll hop into the article here. So New York, studyfinds.org. 3 in 5 Americans dread going to family gatherings during the holidays. That's according to a new survey of 2,000 Americans over the age of 21, all of whom typically attend large gatherings during the holiday season. I love how they add over the age of 21, because of course, nobody's drinking under the age of 21. Wink, wink. Almost 2/3 of the poll, 63%, agree that there's always one family member who takes things too far when it comes to indulging during the holidays. Meanwhile, 58% agree that their entire family drinks too much at holiday gatherings. Well, I would say that 58% are a bunch of rubes. They sound like a lot of party poopers, you know? I think sometimes drinking at family gatherings is the only way to get through it. Now, I will say, some brilliant advice that I heard. You know, I follow these like motivational podcasts and, you know, on Instagram and Facebook, and they always say, never be the smartest person in the room. You know, and that kind of the idea behind that is you want to challenge yourself. You know, you want to surround yourself with people that you can learn from. Well, I think that might also go with alcohol too. Never be the drunkest guy in the room. Never be the story. You know, you can get drunk, have fun, but don't be the drunkest. You know what I mean? Let's keep going here. So, who's most likely to over-imbibe and do something shocking? I don't have a very good vocabulary, so I have no idea what imbibe means. 1/3 of respondents say they can count on that behavior from their uncle. Oh, here we go, crazy uncles. The survey, conducted by one poll on behalf of Ritual Zero Proof, also revealed that a little more than half, 54%, of respondents know that someone is going to have to apologize the morning after the family gathering. Man, there are some jacked up families out there. I'll be honest with you, I don't have really much of a family, but you know, back in the day when things were a little bit different and I did have a lot of family gatherings to go to, I'd never been in a situation where, you know, crazy uncle's calling me and going, hey, you know, I'm sorry for the way I acted last night. I may have gotten a little bit too much into the 9/11 hoaxes, and I apologize. I don't know what the hell people are getting into, but I've never had to have that conversation. So that's wild that 54% of these people polled expect a call from a family member the next day to apologize for their behavior. That's wild. 47% say politics is their least favorite dinner table discussion topic. Well, I can see that. With more intimate ones like family gossip, 42%, personal drama, 41% following closely behind. Americans add that mom, 31%, and dad, 30%, lead the charge in bringing up uncomfortable subjects. Well, that's what parents do. They just bring up uncomfortable stuff because they're bored, they got nothing going on, and this is their time to bring up drama, right? So keep going. A holiday party follows. According to 43% of people surveyed, leaving early is one of the most common party faux pas at family parties, followed by yelling, 39%, and drinking too much, 38%. When asked about the most embarrassing thing someone's done at a holiday family gathering, one respondent took the term lit a bit too literally and fell in a fire pit. It happens to the best of us, right? We've all been there. We've all fell in fire pits. Uncomfortable moments and jaw-dropping conversation may factor into why 48% admit to drinking more at family holiday gatherings, more so than any other social event during the year. All right, I'm gonna challenge that. Yes, I'm sure people dive into the eggnog and get weird at Christmas, but let's be real. The 4th of July in the United States here, it's beautiful weather. It's the beginning of summer. You're outside. Sometimes you're at a lake. You're in a backyard. You're by a pool. You're telling me that people are drinking more Christmas than in that situation? I find it hard to believe, but who am I? I did not conduct the poll. However, it's not just family gatherings where liquid courage may cloud judgment. 2/3 of Americans agree that there's always one coworker who takes it too far at holiday office parties. I was that person once. I will not dive into that story, but I've been there. 62% also confess that they'll drink more than usual if there's an open bar at the office party, specifically because it's free, and 69% believe that too much booze is available at parties in general. Again, who are these people complaining that there's too much booze available at parties? You shouldn't be at the party in the first place if you're concerned about that. But yeah, I mean, 62% confess they'll drink more than usual if there's an open bar. Yeah, if it's free, I'm going to take it. It could be free anything. It could be free, I don't know, stones. I'd be taking them because they're free. 3/4 of people feel the holiday party is where they truly find out what their coworkers are like. Yeah, probably fun and not having to be concerned about HR all the time. That's probably what's going on. This also proved to be one of the top reasons people attend office parties, with 46% seeking to discover the hidden sides of their colleague. Isn't that sad, the state of America that we're in? That you can spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with someone and have no idea what they're like because everyone's scared to say things. That's ridiculous, you know? But I guess that's the way the world is now, huh? Office party curiosity can backfire. That's the next subheader here. The lowered inhibitions that can come with liquid courage aren't always a good thing. Not just for our egos, but for our well-being, says Marcus Saki, founding partner of Ritual Proof Zero, in a statement. That's why Americans are becoming more sober curious. They want to experience the benefits that drinking in moderation can yield, like increased energy, better sleep, and most importantly, a clearer head. You know, this Marcus Saki guy, I don't know who he's talking to, but I can certainly tell you in my circles that I've been involved in, nobody is sober curious. It's like a dog at a dog park when you take the leash off. It's just a free-for-all, ears pinned back, and it doesn't matter how much I'm calling you back. You're going to be out until you've just absolutely exhausted all of your options and you're out of control. Here we go, and there's a little infographic here, and it's not just family. Almost 7 in 10 think too much booze is served at office parties. Come on. There's no way that 70% of people think that too much booze is served at office parties. Also, 56% have worried that they might get fired after the event. Well, like I said, I've been there, but I didn't, so, you know. Speaking of clear heads, 62% of respondents say they've dreaded going to work the day after an office party due to embarrassment. Another 64% admit that they couldn't look at some of their coworkers the same way once the celebration ended. Well, I'll tell you what, if you are dealing with an office, because if it says right here, they've dreaded going to work the day after an office party, why are you having office parties during the week? What's the matter with you? Especially if it's going to be an open bar. Who wants to go get ripped on a Tuesday and then sit there on Wednesday and look at Sharon after you confess your love to her, or whatever the hell is going on in these office parties? Poor form on you for doing a Christmas party in the middle of the week. According to one respondent, a coworker got drunk and fell into the Christmas tree and knocked it over, and then threw up in the boss's driveway. Well, that's a party. There we go. He got his money's worth. With 56% worrying that they themselves might get fired after office holiday party events, it's no surprise that almost half the poll, 47%, have a desire to reduce their alcohol consumption. Quote, "We're all more health conscious these days, but moderation doesn't need to mean sacrifice, especially during the holidays," Saki ends. "Swapping in a non-alcoholic beverage is all about balance, so you and your social circle can celebrate without the hangover, embarrassment, or regret." Well, I'll tell you what, Saki, if I'm at an open bar holiday party and I see you sipping on O'Doul's, sitting there judging me, talking about how I'm not going to be clear-headed the next day, guess what? I just found out the real you nerd. I'm just kidding. This is all just in jest. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was a pretty funny article to read here. 'Tis the season, so let this be a lesson to you folks. If you got your office party coming up, don't be the drunkest one there. Be the second drunkest one there, and just fly under the radar. Well, that's it for today's holiday headlines. Holiday hilarious headlines. How about that? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing these Monday through Friday on a weekly basis here, and we're just scouring the internet for some of the best headlines that we can find. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.